Hi there, welcome to Numberonegeek. It is I, Saz, and we're back with some more Rimworld Anomaly. Now, we had a bit of an issue with one of the foci, which exploded and made evil copies of ourselves. The only one that's actually survived is this copy of Madam, who is definitely a copy of that Madam there. Have exactly... well, maybe... bit of difference, but they are both pretty much carbon copy of each other. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a twin, and we're probably going to try, I think what we're doing, prisoner, we're trying to resist her, but break her resistance and recruit, so that we have two versions of Madam. Because if I remember correctly, Madam is very good at doing research, because there she's right there. Apart from that, we are just generally getting through the motions. We've had some interesting things happen. We've traded a little bit. We're still doing our research. And our animals are starving for some reason. Which animals are starving? Okay. Might be because... I haven't put an animal zone in there. Feeding zone. Right there. Storage. I suppose what we'll do is we'll take those settings and paste those settings there. So hopefully that should all do that, and we shall soon get some food going. How is the hay grass going? Well, 68%. Well, as you can start to see, we've got sandstone there and rock rubble. So we're hopefully going to start getting the benefits of taking this water away. Now, there's also this area here, which is still area. We could all turn all of this into arable land. So that is certainly something that will help us in the long term. Because we kind of want to get rid of this particular area, because it is becoming a risk, even though it has now started to seriously funnel people through. So whether it's something that we'll keep or not is something I'm going to have to get down to thinking about, but we'll see, depending on what happens with all of the other adventures and what happens to us. One thing I will need to do is put some more guns on the inside of the building, because we do seem to be getting a lot of people suddenly appearing inside the compound, and that is a worry. So we'll think about getting that done, and we will come back when something super interesting happens. A couple of things. We've managed to find some constructed steel, and there's some rare thrombos, which I tend to leave thrombos alone. They are too tough. Further risk, too much risk for the reward, so to speak. So we'll leave that there. But the vein, we'll certainly go through that and deal with any problems that causes via intersection into other areas. Right, I've suddenly realised these shells here. We're going to need orbital bits and pieces in there, which I don't know is going to make the room unsightly or not. But if I'm going to trade, then they're going to have to do that, or I'm going to have to move these shells to a room that is specifically there for shells. Well, we'll check how bad it will affect things, and then we'll make a decision from there, because we do have a lot of room up and around here to put shelving in. I mean, we can turn that into a shelving room, couldn't we? So just want to make sure where our line is. So yeah, I mean, we could turn this into another repository, or extend that repository around and put the shelves in there as well. So lots of things to think about. Well, the good news is doesn't make anything unsightly. It does have also just told me that that wall needs smoothing as well. But yeah, it doesn't seem to affect the room at all, and it's luxury. So yeah, we should be okay. Okay, Madam's now on recruitment drive. Let's just get some of this stuff cleaned up as well. While we're doing it, be quite interesting to have a clone. Shame it's not one of the more useful characters, but having a clone of Nether would be quite good, especially with her turning people into sick meat ability, which is quite amusing. But yeah, we'll see about sorting Madam out. We are getting her room pretty much done as we speak. Let's do that now, actually. Architect. Floors. Don't want sandstone, we want granite. We need to start putting power in. And of course, structure, want a door in there. And then furniture wise, you want at least a wall lamp. Want at least a dresser. A bed. And an end table. At least. We can look at other stuff later. Okay, we've got Entity Escape. The Devourer again. Right, so how are we going to deal with this? We want to kind of keep him at a distance, so we'll hold that open. Hold that open. Hold that open. Now, Nether. Pop you there. Adam's got a long range gun. CJ's got a shard, and here's a shard dark tower recycling energy, increase the container strength of any holding platform or spot within its radius. Didn't do too well there, did we? Let's get her through there. What we don't want right, just so you can go back here. If you want to do it, I'll hold open these doors as well. Just so that we've got a viable way of retreating. God damn it. Right, jitter. Capture the Devourer. You go for a break. Wait a second, what's happened here? There we go. Now I'll undraft it. Right, so we've got a second madam. First things first, we need to change her name, don't we? Let's just randomise her name. Savannah. Why not? Just going to grab myself some clothes. And also, let's set the owner for this bed for Savannah. And let's have a look at what her role can be here. Okay. She makes a good hunter. Good miner. Put her in smithing. I can also now remove Doc from that area. Even though Doc does actually like it as well. We don't need all of them at it. Okay, advanced fabrication. Let's have a look at our research screen. Let's do uranium slug to it. Let's get into full defensive mode. Also, let's build a copy. Well, actually, no, let's just reinstall it here, shall we? Okay, we've finished the Mind Numb series. Similar serum to stabilise the person move, preventing mental breaks. That's quite cool. Right. Electro Harvester. Well, that's quite cool. Grab some of that. Who's having a heart attack? It's a stormy night that the duck had a heart attack and terribly died. Yeah, well, the duck died, so that's ducks on the menu, boys. Meat's back on the menu, boys. Okay, looks like we have quite a few man-hunting fennec foxes. They are probably going to be victims of the exact thing now these, I'm afraid, are not edible, are they? Poisons flesh and rots the skin, so creatures of sky have no chance of rotting upon death, so they cannot be butchered for meat or leather. Right, so they have a chance. Well, chance to feed us. I think we'll take that. Almost at the same time, we've got some shamblers. I'll keep an eye on them because they don't tend to attack unless they see you. So we'll keep an eye on them. But usually they end up dying after a while. Oh no, wait seconds. He moved a little bit quick there. Or she moved a little bit quick. Okay. Right. Plasticine detected. Alright, okay. It's somewhere else, isn't it? Oh. I don't really have the bits to get there and back. If I had the drop pods, maybe we'd do it, but I don't think we're... I'm going to shut this down because there's no point us... there's no point us using that at the moment. Speaking of pods... Now, I think these need fuel, and I don't know how we're going to get the fuel unless we start harvesting the explodey ones. We may have to have a look to see how we're going to get ourselves some fuel for these, but it's going to be a point where we are going to have to send these guys out. It's cougar hunting savannah. Hold on. Hello? What's going on here? Why is... Savannah getting pounded? Is she going to die simply because... Oh, now you do it. I'll kill the cougar off them. Cougar revenge my ass. It started it. Okay, well, we'll save Savannah from dying, but what's the betting infection sits in? Well, let's have a look at how we can make ourselves some fuel. Right, so we have our chem fuel area. Misquise is start building some transport pods. Okay, so let's have a look at the organics we can use. Plant matter. Oh, okay. Well, we're making psychoid leaves, aren't we? Pemmican. Let's do the pemmican for the moment. We're going to have to maybe start thinking about making a sauce. Maybe start growing some smokeweed leads. Because I noticed that we can actually sell and make quite a bit of money. Being a drug lab, so to speak. Not the most greatly moral thing to do, but yeah. Okay, so I'm going to harvest these potato pads, and then I'm going to change the thing into smokeweed, and hopefully that will get us the stuff that we need to keep building the chem fuel. Anyway, that is it for me. Look at the clock, says it's time to end, so I just want to say thank you very much for watching, and don't forget to press that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you for the next adventure. Take care, guys. Ta-ta.